Michael Bordallo was among several heirs who benefited from the estate of Jose Martinez Torres when the estate sold its interest in Ukudu property for millions of dollars between 2006 and 2007. Among the properties sold to Younex Corporation was lot number 10184-7, the land where the Northern District Wastewater Treatment Plant is operated by the Guam Waterworks Authority. Cortec International in 2015 purchased all of Younex properties, as evidenced by a mortgagee's deed following a legally held auction. Part of the ownership interest included a certificate of title evidencing ownership of lot number 10184-7. Then Director of Land Management Michael Borja in December 2018 sued CTI for the Superior Court of Guam to change that certificate of title in favor of Gov Guam. GWA joined the case months later in an effort to quiet title in favor of GWA. Mr. Bordallo has been the general manager of GWA since 2016. He has been the person verifying GWA's court filings on behalf of the agency. Those court filings include GWA's position that CTI never owned the land. CTI attorney Vanessa Williams picked up on the contradiction between Bordallo's interest as an heir, who apparently made money from the sale of the land, and as the general manager of the utility agency fighting to take that land from the private landowner. In an October 15, 2020 deposition, Mr. Bordallo admitted to receiving proceeds from the sale of the Torres estate in 2007. Quote, "So my understanding is the properties that were deeded to the Torres estate were sold by the administrators of the estate. Then subsequently the proceeds of that sale were appointed to the estates of the heirs, of which my father was one," Mr. Bordallo said under oath. Ms. Williams then asked Mr. Bordallo, "So this would have included the sale of lot AL002, correct?" He answered, "Presumably, yes." Lot AL002 was the designation given to the entirety of the estate sold by the administrators of the Torres estate in 2007 to Younex. That included lot 10184-7. Ms. Williams, during the deposition, asked Mr. Bordallo whether he was present for any of the court hearings involving the Torres estate. At first, the GWA general manager said he had not attended any. Pressed further by Ms. Williams, Bordallo admitted he had. In fact, the transcripts of an August 30, 2007 hearing in the court of then-Judge Elizabeth Barrett Anderson reveal Mr. Bordallo actually was present when the sale of lot AL002 specifically was discussed. Mr. Bordallo, in fact, was represented that day by his attorney, Vincent Leon Guerrero, a fact that Kandit will elaborate on in a separate story. Despite Mr. Bordallo's participation in and benefit from the sale of the Ukudu property, he now tells a court of law and the public that CTI has never owned NDWWTP land. This, despite all evidence to the contrary and a November 30, 2021 decision and order from Judge Elise Iriarte asserting otherwise. Mr. Bordallo does not respond to Kandit's request for comment. He's been too busy charging an old lady living in a Jigo shack tens of thousands of dollars in water she doesn't use. For Kandit News, I'm Johnnie Rosario.